having a baby? It is supposed to be really cold tomorrow night, so I'm really hoping that she doesn't have them then. I want to show you guys everything that we got. Okay, y'all, so I was quite confused on this day because we were just out feeding and Naomi acted like she was going into labor. She was standing up and laying down, she was pawing at the ground, she was drinking a lot of water, and she just wasn't really acting like herself. So at first I was just thinking maybe it's some just end of pregnancy sickness, because at this point I was thinking she probably had like 3 to 5 weeks left until she had babies. And so I was kind of thinking maybe that's what was going on, so I was just like, well, let's just leave her. But then it kind of got worse, so I was like, okay, I think I should go ahead and just separate her and Ruth from the goats, just in case. I don't know if she's having babies just yet, but I just want to be on the safe side. Okay, so I decided that I am going to separate Naomi. I am going to keep Ruth with her, though, because Ruth is like her best friend. I need to clean out this stall back here. Look at that gigantic mushroom. This right here is a gigantic mushroom. I got some hay. That right there is going to be for them to eat, because I'm going to shake it just a little bit so that it, and then I might just put a little bit kind of around for her. Good girls. You like it in there, Mama? Is that hay so good? It's been a little bit. They're settling down. All right. So on this day when I came to let Ruth and Naomi out, Naomi kind of just laid there, so I decided that I would try going in the pen to see if she would come out. So I went in there and she was still laying there. But it wasn't until I went in there and actually, I think I made her a little bit nervous, so she got up and started to go out of the pen. Again, this was just kind of another sign that she was getting closer to having babies. Oh my goodness, we got a whole bunch of dust bathers. This is hilarious. I don't think I've ever seen this many chickens dust bathing in the same pile. These guys are getting so big. This is the little cochin that Mohawk hatched out. Here's the Silky. I think she's gonna be a hen too. She's still, show me the foot. She still has that gimpy little toe, but she seems to get around on it pretty well. She is so soft.
So cute and fluffy.
Alright, so I want to show you guys everything that we got for Naomi in case she has her babies. In this box, first thing I have is a stack of leftover puppy pads. These are just kind of if we happen to be there, because she's probably going to have them in the middle of the night, and she really don't like you to be there with them when they have babies. Unless there's complications, they really just like to be alone in the quiet and have their baby by themselves. We might need these, we might use these, or if we don't want to use these, we could just use some old towels. Then the next thing we have, this is really important, this is a nasal aspirator. This is to get the gunk out of their nose and mouth after they are born. The next thing we have is bottles. So we're not planning to bottle feed unless the mom rejects them, which I don't think Naomi is going to do, but she very well could. So we have these for that. We also have these in case I decide I need to supplement them or something like that. So the next thing we have is some Tridine. We actually have 2 bottles of this. Where we live, you can't just get iodine plain. You have to have a prescription to get pure iodine. So we get something called Tridine. It's different chemicals, but it still has the same use. The next thing I have is molasses. The reason it's in a bag is because this lid is really not very good. So I have molasses because after she gives birth, we'll make something called molasses water, and that will just give her a really good boost. So the next things I'm really hoping I don't have to use, and that is colostrum and milk supplement. These really aren't the best for baby goats, so I'm going to avoid using them, but if the mom rejects them and we can't milk the mom, then we would have to use these. The other thing we have, the last thing, is these electrolytes. If you have a weak kid or lamb, this will give them a good boost. And if their mom rejects them and you do have to put them on this milk, they've got to have electrolytes. So I also want to mention that we're going to be using pine shavings for bedding and some hay. And we also have a few things like some vitamins and stuff like that, just in case something goes wrong. I'm in here in the kidding and breeding pen with Miss Naomi. So as of right now, I'm thinking she could be having babies anywhere from now until about Thursday, which is in 3 days. It is supposed to be really cold tomorrow night, so I'm really hoping that she doesn't have them then. Are you having a baby? Huh? A lot of you guys might be thinking she's not very round. She doesn't look like she's anywhere close to having babies. But Naomi is half Barbados black belly. And this breed is known for hiding their pregnancies. So they really don't show a lot and they don't really act pregnant until right before they're about to give birth. Something kind of cool is you can kind of see the babies inside of her. So every now and then when they move, you can tell if you just watch her. So there was a little bit of movement right there. And then here there's just a normal breath. So she's just normal breathing. And then there's some movement right there. And that was a baby moving around. That was another breath. So that's another breath too. So her udder is not quite big enough yet, so maybe she won't have them until tomorrow or the next day. But she is a first freshener, and black belly sheep don't usually get their udder in until about a day before they have babies. Just keeping her over here in the kidding pen, and we're just kind of keeping a close eye on her. She has already started to have really stringy mucus discharge. They do start kind of having some long stringy discharge like 2 to 3 days before they have babies, and she started that about a day ago. So I don't know, we'll see. Actually put Shep in here with the girls because Miss Ruth over there never got bred and she just went back into heat the other day. So we put Shep in here with her. Say hey, Bubba. Welcome to the color predictions for Naomi and Shep's babies, where I try to guess what color their babies are going to be. I literally have no idea what color these are going to be. And I'm pretty new to the whole sheep color thing, so I'm probably not going to get this right. So first we have Naomi. Now Naomi is half black belly, half Katahdin, but her color, quote unquote, is just pure black belly. She just looks like a black belly sheep. So we know for sure that she carries that black belly look, but what she also carries, I don't know. So this right here is Shep's dad, and the reason I'm showing a picture of him is because I don't have a picture of Naomi's dad. However, Naomi's dad looks a lot like Shep's dad. So what you would call this color is white mottled. So this is actually a white sheep with red and brown spots on it. So if you don't know what mottled is, that is basically just a bunch of spots, and these spots can be really big or really small. It just varies, and they can also vary in color. So we would assume that since Naomi's dad is a white mottled sheep, that he carries white mottled and just white. Because white and white mottled are the same thing, but I'm just putting mottled on there so that you guys aren't confused about like, wait, it's not completely white, so what color is it? Now the other color that Naomi's dad carries is black, which we know this for a fact because Naomi's sister Ruth is a black sheep. So white and black are the colors that Naomi's dad carries, but we don't know what of his genes she is carrying because she looks like a black-bellied sheep. So we know for sure that Shep carries the white gene and also the white mottled gene, which is the same thing, because he, his dad, and his mom are all white mottled. Now, I don't know what other color Shep's dad carries, but there is a lot of black spotting in his herd, so my dad believes that maybe Shep's dad carries that black gene, but again, it could just be models. So I don't know if Shep carries black or not, but my predictions for Naomi and Shep's kids this year is that they're probably going to be white or white mottled, which is again, the same thing. They also do have a potential of being black if Shep carries black and if Naomi somehow got the black gene as well. We know for sure that there can be a variety of models because there are models on both sides and models are a dominant gene. And we also know that these babies could have some black belly genes, just meaning like a black belly, black legs, black on the face, but that doesn't necessarily mean they are a black sheep. So yeah, this is my very messy predictions of what colors Naomi and Shep could have. I'm pretty excited to see what they will have just because there's like kind of a lot going on here, but I don't know, we'll see. Let me know in the comments what you think these babies will be. And if you know anything about this, please let me know your tips about this color guessing thing in the comments. Good morning, Naomi. So today, Naomi is acting like she might not be having the babies like today. The past 3 days, she's been acting like she was like starting to go into labor. It's actually good that she did not have them the other day because it was like literally freezing cold. It is starting to warm up, so I hope she has them in the next few days. As of today, it kind of looks like she probably has about 3 or 4 more days to go. Her udder is there, but she's just not acting as close anymore. So honestly, I don't know. A few days ago, I thought that she was going to be having a baby like that day, but now I'm like, maybe she still has a week. And then like a week ago, I thought she still had like 3 or 4 weeks left. So, I don't know. Maybe she'll have it today. Maybe she'll have it in another week or 2. But I am going to be doing a whole video on her labor and delivery and all of that. So make sure that you hit the subscribe button and I will see you in the next one. Bye.